Does not field a presidential candidate in 2027. Will that not totally weaken the party?
Yes, I agree with Samson. Yeah. Point of a party is to be competitive. Point of the party is to have people in positions of power. For what reason would you not have a presidential candidate? The party has 8 million members. Are we saying there's not one that is fit enough to run for president? We have always fielded a presidential candidate. And so I agree with Samson. That has potential to weaken the party. The Constitution of ODM, not written by Winnie Odinga, says that no member of the Central Committee or the NEC is able to act on behalf of the party of ODM unless they are ratified by the NDC. That is not a personality matter on the party leader. That includes the chair, the current deputy chairs, and almost many people in that committee. Therefore, misrepresenting themselves, and at a time when they should have been informing the party, giving us a way forward, the party was mourning their leader. They forced a celebration during a mourning period. They went and did an NGC and misrepresented that they are the ones in charge, knowing very well they are not in charge until an NDC happens. They've gone further to begin talks. They are unable to begin talks. If there was somebody sneaky, they could actually go to court. They are not following the procedure, which to me shows a lack of good faith, a lack of goodwill, a lack of, they're unwilling to listen to dissenting voices. People question, people say anything. The custodian of our constitution is the SG. And all of a sudden, people are being told to leave. That is not ODM.
Winnie actually has a point. She revealed so many things on Citizen TV live with Yvonne Okwara. Oburu Odinga actually is seated illegally on that leadership of ODM, and NDC had to be summoned to actually elect a party leader. Now, there has been an ongoing debate after Winnie Odinga disowned Oketch Salah, who has been posing as the adopted son of Raila Odinga. Now, Oketch Salah came out speculating that he had sent off Raila Odinga's bodyguard, Maurice Ogeta, off, and during the time Raila was dying, they were just two, Oketch Salah and a different bodyguard, raising eyebrows from Kenyans. So during the interview, Winnie Odinga actually responded while addressing to the issues of Oketch Salah being with Raila Odinga during his last days. Is Oketch Salah a government tool being used to create a political storm in the Odingas?
To ask about another gentleman whom we saw emerging, I think, in towards the end. There's a gentleman that calls himself Oketch Salah. We've seen video clips of him. He says he was close to your father until the end. He claims he funded some trips, and he has some things to say about the party, but most of all about Raila Odinga. He calls himself Raila Odinga's adopted son. Winnie, do you know Oketch Salah?
I've met him. But I'd like to believe nobody really knows him. I also feel sad for him. You know, my father died, and that was a very traumatic experience for me. But at least he died with somebody he knew loved him. And I believe people need to take better care of their loved ones. And mental health is a really important thing. When you live here and you go on Thika Road, there are two options. You either turn right as you're going to Mathare, or you turn left and you're going to DCI. Because a flat-out lie that you were there at the time of my father's death and you were not, talking things that did not occur, is quite dangerous. It makes me question a lot of things. What would be those intentions? So I believe they're just two places that should be rushed with immediate effect, one or the other.
What do you think? How did Winnie Odinga handle the question of Oburu Odinga being the party leader of ODM?
Dr. Oburu Odinga should not be party leader. What would you suggest would be the remedy for
I think Dr. Oburu Odinga is a wonderful acting party leader in this transition period. We were all caught in a shock. and he's steadying the ship. This is not a very easy ship to steady. But he's withering the storm, and he has said it very many times that he's acting transitionally and will make space for other young people. On the personality, my uncle has lived a life of determination, of strength, of loyalty. It would not be incumbent to me, or Winnie Odinga would be the last person that at his age of 82 years would allow his image or his legacy to be besmirched by a political tug of war. What some may seem as perhaps antagonism is actually protection, in my view. And we are very happy with him being in the position that he is.
Now, Winnie Odinga was allowed, and she stated clearly that some people in the ODM party are trying to threaten and intimidate her. Who do you think these people could be?
Nani anakutisha, Winnie?
Anajijua. You see,
Tuambie ni nani?
no, we have reached a point, and I have to speak this on behalf of the leaders of ODM, because I'm the only one who's able to say it. People are being intimidated in the party of ODM. People are being de-whipped simply for showing up on that stage with me. People I did not even invite. By being removed in committees, in county assemblies, in parliaments. We've reached a situation where you're being told to fill out forms on whether you support the regime of the day. If you do, then you'll be given TSC slots. If you don't, God knows what happens to you. There is full-on intimidation of members.
On what basis? Why is there intimidation?
I feel that those in the party that have a different agenda and are hell-bent on achieving this agenda, no matter what it may take. And
Who are those?
how much are you going to pay me?
I don't pay for interviews. Keep going.
I don't reveal all secrets. As much as I'm honest, I don't reveal all secrets. But I can't do it. I can't do it because it's going to put certain people in a lot of trouble, simply because of the level of intimidation that we're in. Now, Winnie Odinga in Kibra, there was a joke a cousin of mine said that when you see Winnie grabbing a mic, no, things are terrible. Winnie Odinga standing there in Kibra had not tried all other options of recourse with people of leadership. I have tried to speak to them, tried to tell them we cannot leave the people behind. And so when you see something happening that is going the wrong way, lazima utupe mchanga. You have to do what you have to do.
Who have you spoken to in the leadership of the party and told about your concerns?
Who do you know to be in the leadership of the party?
Well, there's several people. Who have you spoken to?
Several.
What was their response?
It's played out in the public.
Now, during Raila's burial rites, we saw President Uhuru Kenyatta, the former, who had gone back to actually check on the Odinga's family, but Winnie Odinga yesterday said it out loud that the only person who has been in power and able to check and support the Odinga's family is none other than William Ruto. With all this back and forth, everyone under the speculation that Winnie Odinga is against William Ruto, who is trying to control the ODM political party, stating clear facts that it is William Ruto that has been checking on the Odinga's family.
Matter of courting the president, I will say this. Since the passing on of my father, the only senior leadership that has come to check and take care of us as a family has been President William Ruto. And the thing about the Kenyan society is they love to put things as us versus them. I can still like you and disagree with you, or vice versa. But on a personal capacity, if you knew the village I woke up in, in India. And I was here within 24 hours. I must be grateful for the honor and respect that he accorded my father in that period.
Winnie Odinga is actually in support of the mother being appointed by William Ruto. Many were under the speculation she's going to oppose it because William Ruto was under the target of ODM.
Retiring as a teacher 40 years ago, but she stood firm, loyal, strong, has fought for the rights of women. She's a geography teacher, has fought for different aspects of this society. She's a member of the society that I believe many people look up to, and I believe she deserves and has earned it. And I'm extremely, extremely proud of her.
Why do you think that appointment has triggered so much public debate? There have been people who've asked her not to take up the position. We recently heard her accepting the nomination. Why do you think there's so much public debate around it? And what's your response to it?
I couldn't answer that directly. How I feel is pride. So I couldn't speak for those people. Perhaps you'd ask them.
How do you feel about the people that say she shouldn't take it up?
What are their reasons? What I'm asking you.
No, some of them say she shouldn't, and this is tokenism, and doing this just because Raila Odinga and President William Ruto were in some sort of working relationship, and that she doesn't deserve this. I mean, I'm sure you've seen it out on social media, her background, and whether she's the right person for this, and that this is something that shouldn't happen. That spouses shouldn't necessarily be given this as a reward rather than on merit. Do you think your mother merits this position?
I absolutely believe she merits it. She's qualified. She's educated. She's had experience governing and managing at very high levels with the society. And I believe she's earned a position of respect within the society. The nature of Kenya is there's an idea or a feeling of scarcity. Every time somebody gets something, somebody else will also feel that perhaps they're the ones who deserved it.
Well, what do you think about Yvonne Okwara's interview with the Winnie Odinga? Are you in support of Winnie Odinga? And who are these people who are threatening Winnie Odinga? Are they in ODM or not? Well, stay tuned to Royal News for more news updates on Winnie Odinga and the continuous battles of ODM. On Royal News, the channel where you get all your trending politics. JD Ishmaels.